evening, ladies and gentlemen. I am the Sarcastic Barman. We are the Shills, and welcome to another night of pub chat. And what's even better, there's less than a week till the pub opens. There's actually 3 days, 3 more basic sleeps to go, and the pub will be open, and I will be busy, and I'll be selling beer, and I'm just so excited I can't think of anything else. Flat Earth can go fucking do one for a night for all I care. It's like, yay! I wouldn't even care if Jesus came back and said, I can turn all this water into wine for you. God, I don't care, just fucking do it. Who are you? Anyway, let's go around, see who's here. Can you tell I'm in a good mood? We may as well start with Dick Dawson. He's playing with buttons, twiddling with knobs, and he's also running a stream. Dick, what are you up to?
Life is good today. You know, lots of changes going on around here. My temporary housemate is on a plane heading off somewhere else. So that was a little bit of a change. And other than that, you know, life's kicking along. I was just asking Nerd Angle in the chat, hey, how you feeling today, buddy? And he's like, I'm never drinking again. To those who saw Team Stream, you'll know what I mean. That was amazing. Oh, that was awesome. But yeah, you know, things are good. Things are rolling along just fine. And I'll give it back to you, buddy.
Awesome. Good for everyone to be busy and everyone having fun, and Nerd Angle getting very, 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 very drunk. Bertelson, how are you doing, and how are your Facebook adventures of calling people stupid for being, well, let's just call it really basically stupid?
Oh, doing good. And yeah, there's been a lot of stupidity. I've been going back and forth with one idiot because, you know, he's an idiot, and that's all there is to that. So, yeah, it's been 2 weeks, almost 2 weeks since I got my second shot. So I'm approaching that supposed to be immune point. So I'm happy about that.
So you can actually safely go out and go start punching out COVIDiots. That's cool. I can't wait.
What are you looking for after you get your shot? Punching out COVIDiots.
Yeah, is your Bluetooth working yet, Mike? Can you connect to your device with just your hands, or did you not get that in your shot?
No, I don't know which chip I got in my shot. It hasn't manifested yet. I'm waiting to find out.
Oh, we've got to take the mic, haven't we? It's the only thing we can do.
Oh, yeah.
And then joining as well, we've got the lovely Aimee and Matthew. What have you two been up to?
Not too much. Looking for some silly. Just looking around to see what I could find. I'm excited. I'm looking forward to my first jab on Saturday at 3:45. Yay! I'm so hoping for laser eyes. That's the first one I want really, really bad. Other than that, maybe some, I don't know, maybe some clairvoyance or something. Who knows? And maybe some fake news, Matt says. So that's what we're hoping for. So keep your fingers crossed. Or maybe we can do a poll later on what I should ask for. So, but I want to thank everyone.
They didn't give me a choice.
Yeah,
I got a clipboard handed to me, and I picked the Kryptonian package. So I'll let you know how that turns out.
Oh, awesome.
You have a fear of green rocks.
Well, that they did say that could be a side effect, but you know, I mean, that's fine. I'll take the other things, right? I want the X-ray vision just so I can, you know, do a poll to see whose underwear really is the most popular brand.
Can we get a bit weird and dirty and go, will you never be able to have sex again? Because let's be fair, if you've got Superman's penis, being polite, your sperm's going to go boom and blow the back of Flint's head off. Sorry.
They're no longer sexual partners, they're victims.
It looks like she shot herself, but no one's about. Anyway, moving on. Oh, damn it. Anyone seen anything horrendously stupid or funny this week? I've seen a couple of bits, but what's everyone else got? I heard a well off Dick. Go on, then.
Good.
Yeah, we in the background, I found this funny guy. I'm not sure if he's poing out or real. He does these hilarious live streams, and I just can't tell if he's just, you know, fully putting on the character. Like if he's poing out, he's selling it harder than flat out. Like he's really selling it. And I can't really tell yet. I've been debating whether or not to put one of the videos into the grab bag for the shills, but I don't know if I should drop the link or not, because I've been wanting to figure it out for myself, but I haven't had time to really watch more than 15 minutes of this guy, and he's just an angry redneck on a rampage. It's hilarious. Oh, he's really funny. But I'll share really soon. I promise. I'll get this figured out.
That
Sounds
sounds
I think
intriguing.
sometimes there's a correlation between guys that are going full on crazy, screaming and yelling kind of stuff and being a Poe. I don't know.
Yeah.
You do get more Poes, I think, in the Flat Earth community than anywhere else at the moment, because they can't all be that fucking stupid. There's not
I
a
hope
chance.
not.
Confused is one thing, but
Yeah, you have to hope that a lot of these guys are faking and they're just trolls, because otherwise there's a whole lot of stupid fucking people out there, and that's just scary.
Well, speaking of stupid fucking people, okay, so the other day in the news, the premier of Ontario, like a huge province up here, is in the media begging and pleading with people to actually show up for their vaccination appointments. And as of the moment he went, on the mic and everything, press release and so on, they had 7,000 appointments unaccounted for. And he's just like, what the hell is going on?
Well, what do you mean by unaccounted for? People just didn't show up or just didn't take it yet?
No, people that have booked them and then just not shown up. And
Wow.
so they're polling people, and the polls keep going higher and higher, that people are hesitant because they want more information and so on and so forth. And this whole, but still you never know, and what if mentality of the conspiracy theorist seems to be spreading during this whole thing.
I met an anti-vaxxer yesterday.
Did you?
Wow.
Yeah. You just reminded me about it all. So I had to go and pick up the equipment for the bar, because I'm building a bar. I don't know my pub's opening up Monday. So anyway, building this bar, I go and drive and get this equipment, and got there with the guy. And I said to him before I went into his warehouse unit, "You want me to put the mask on?" So, "Oh no, don't believe in all that. They've been trying to contact me to get the vaccine, and I won't get that either." I said, "What? Just get the vaccine. What? Why are you?" "Oh no, I'm all anti-vax." I said, "Oh," I thought, I'm not getting into a conversation with him until I bought the stuff.
Yeah.
He also mentioned 5 weeks. I said, "Oh, I need to get signal on my phone so I can send you the money." "So you should be fine, because there's a 5G mast over there." So, all right. "Oh yeah, I've just got some data on." And he proceeds to tell me, "Yeah, I've just upgraded my phone. I made sure I only got a 4G one." Like, they use the same frequencies, don't you?
Yeah.
He was just like, "Ugh." I thought, let's not. He was really nice, but I thought, I don't want to get in a conversation with this bloke while I'm trying to bite shit.
That's like, if you go back to the dial-up phone days, that's like saying, okay, 33.6, that's fine. That baud speed is okay, but 56K will kill you.
That's right.
It's just a compression algorithm way of doing things. I mean, what?
Yeah. Yeah, I was Linda and I were talking about this the other day. There are anti-vax communities. There's one in New York and New York City area, one of the boroughs, I forget which. And we're thinking that if these people are truly not going to be getting, I think we're going to see outbreaks of COVID over the next couple of years within the anti-vax groups and communities. I bet that happens. And I bet, there's going to be a lot of them that are going to at least covertly at first get it. I'll bet my bottom dollar on that one.
I had someone on Twitter. It was Naomi Wolf on Twitter today. And what did she post? It was something like she was annoyed that she wanted to know what was going to happen. She wants people to go out without masks and stuff like that. So I think I just commented saying, well, my pub's open Monday. We're not going to need masks to be out there, blah, 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 blah. Here we go. That's what I put. So while I'm with my beer garden on Monday, there will be people outside, no masks, drinks, laughs, and fun. It's what happens when you get the numbers down, by wearing masks and following social distancing. Her reply was, data are in, full stop. That's not what gets the numbers down. It's like, oh, I'm sorry, person living in America with 70,000 new cases in the last 24 hours compared to the 2,000 cases in the UK with lockdown. Yes, I know population and population density come into key, but I was like, oh, so I asked her what actually brings the numbers down, and there's no reply yet. But damn, there's some nutters following her. And for anyone who doesn't know Naomi Wolf, it was pointed out to me, she's the person who retweeted an anti-vaxxer's claim, which wasn't really an anti-vaxxer, it was a porn star.
Okay.
That's funny.
Yeah, that's always good when they make those assertions. I mean, that's a flat out claim right there without really realizing that someone's going to ask them to back it up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Someone better.
Yeah. And that's when they usually just disappear. I've had that happen to me so many times on Facebook and Twitter. I'll ask a question, or they'll make a claim, and I'll ask, okay, so what's the basis of that, or what's your evidence for that, and then they usually just disappear or ignore you and talk to somebody else because they've got nothing. And they're just blindly believe, because that's the other problem. A lot of this hesitancy is to do with seeing all this stuff on social media about, it was too fast, it was this, it was that, and without ever actually thinking about it, or researching it. The whole point of the mRNA vaccine is speed. Once you have the virus genome sequenced, you could have a vaccine in literally weeks. And that's what they did. That was the whole point. So, and people don't seem to realize that.
Yeah.
Nor do they bother to check it out. Just listen to, Joe Schmo on frickin' Facebook. Oh, yeah, this is what this guy said. He had a video. Oh, okay.
Oh, YouTube videos, the basis of all research. I think as well that people forget that Moderna was set up to work with RNA, hence why RNA's in their name.
Yeah, right. Exactly. It's not new technology either. It's been around for 30 years. So that's another thing people just seem to want to ignore. Oh, it's brand new technology and nobody knows. No, it's not new. They've been doing this for 30 years. They just didn't have, there was hesitancy in using the technology because of, bioethics and questions about, editing DNA in order to create it, or an RNA in order to create it. And, but this was what that technology was set up for. You have this worldwide pandemic that we can literally have a vaccine in under a year. Tested in under a year, by the way. It was tested.
Yeah, well, let's be fair. They were running stage 1 while they started stage 1, left that running for a bit, then started stage 2 before stage 1 finished, and then before stage 2 finished, started stage 3. But they all went full testing just to get it all done and dusted. I've got to ask, go on, Mike is someone who deals with these people more than us. What's your favorite, most stupid thing that anti-vaxxers say that you've seen?
You don't have any idea what's in these vaccines. That's always the good one. And then they start the list of stuff. Look at this. There's all this. Okay, you want to know how much of the formaldehyde there is in an apple? Let's talk.
Yeah.
I think they miss your body produces formaldehyde as well.
Yes.
I think a great one for that though was some woman on TikTok and just go, look, I'm fine taking the vaccine. I've eaten American cheese for the last 30 years, and God knows what the hell's in that, because it's not cheese.
Yeah. Or a good one would be to give one of these anti-vaxxers a banana and then start talking about the effects of radiation.
From potassium 41, baby.
Okay. Just so everybody knows out there, for some reason, Streamlab was literally just, asleep at the wheel, but I reset it a few times and it's working now for all of your gambling and other pleasures. There it is.
Is it working? Is it really?
Hopefully.
Yeah.
We've got 2 bits pointed out in chat. Tony Regime saying there's arsenic in apples as well.
Yep.
And then the back one, Ugly German Truce, going, the vaccines are labeled.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we do know what's in them. I think the funniest, stupidest one I've seen, and you see it all the time, is, no, if they can make a vaccine for COVID so quickly, why can't they make one for cancer? And you're like,
Yeah. Yeah, that one's just not even worth addressing. That's one of those ones that you post up the meme. It says, you ever read something so stupid that you get Forrest Whitaker eye? Because that's about as dumb as it gets right there.
That's brilliant.
That's too funny.
That is. Last week when I had set up my appointment and everything, one of my favorite things that I heard from some anti-vaxxers was it's going to change your DNA, and there was another thing they said too. And it's like, yeah, well, maybe I'll change into a bird or a frog or something. Oh, a flower. You never know. Jeez, come on. What's going to happen here?
Yeah.
Like, oh my God. It's crazy some of the things they say, and it's going to it's population control. That's another one I heard. It's going to see who can survive the vaccine and who can't. It's just incredible what the anti-vaxxers come up with. It's just amazing to me.
It's amazing is one way to put it, but
Yeah,
batshit crazy is another.
exactly. They're complete nutters is just all it is.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Let me get the little flyer that was handed out in my neighborhood. Hold on, I'll be right back.
Flyers.
A flyer.
Oh, great.
Oh, jeez. And the thing is they're very holier than thou when they talk about it. Like, you just don't have any clue what's going on. You know, you need to wake up. You're not fucking woke. You're a gullible fucking halfwit.
Exactly. Who fell for some crap on Facebook and YouTube.
That's
because
right.
those are the only things you trust.
You know how much mercury is in vaccines? Well, I think the flu is the only one that currently uses thimerosal, so you're wrong.
And you get more from your food than from the vaccine.
Yeah.
I mean,
have another can of tuna, why don't you?
Yeah. But then it's mixing up things like thimerosal, which is a mercury compound, with actual mercury. They're not the same fucking thing.
No. Elemental mercury is something completely different. They haven't had it in vaccines for children since like 2000 anyway.
Yeah.
So I don't know what the hell they're talking about. I think the only one that currently is consistently produced with it is the annual flu vaccine, at least in the US. I don't know about anywhere else.
As I remember from looking on those, for any vaccine that still does contain thimerosal, which are, as you said, very, very few, there is another version for anyone who wants to say, I don't want that one.
That's true here in the United States too. That's true. You could get, if you wanted, you could get the flu vaccine without it. But I don't know how you do that, whether they have both available or do you have to go somewhere special? I don't know. I never even bothered, but I just get the shot because work gives it to us for nothing. So
I wouldn't even ask. Just like, yeah, we'll have that.
Yeah, that's what I do. I just show up. Give me a shot. We done yet? Thanks.
Yep, that's all we do too. The last time I took Matt for his physical, that's what they did. He goes, he's due for his flu vaccine. You want one too? Sure. There we go.
Sure. Already then.
Two birds with one stone that works.
Yeah. For us at work, it's simple too, because like the facility I work in, we got these three, they're called towers. They're not really towers, only like 5 stories or 6 stories, but they're 3 connected buildings. And each floor in each building has a little kitchenette area. And they show up at your kitchenette area, and all I got to do is get up from my desk, walk 100 feet, to give me a shot, and I go back to my desk. I couldn't make it any easier than that.
That's nice.
Yeah.
That's really nice.
Yeah. Well, you know, they also have EB also, my electric boat also has a policy that if you don't get the shot, because some people won't get it, I get the flu every time I get the shot. No, you don't. You're an idiot. If you don't get the shot and you get the flu, well, they're not paying for it. You're going to have to pay for your own health care for that.
Ooh, wow.
Yeah. Yeah, it is. It's like we're giving it to you for free. But if you don't get it, you can just, pay for your own flu health care if you need to. Oh, we got something here?
I think it's just Dick kicking the bot because it's not working.
Yeah, no, look, Streamlabs responded to points. It's actually back. It's working finally.
Excellent.
I put my Facebook earlier, about 2 days ago or so, and it was answer the question, would you be happy to have a passport to go abroad or to use certain things for vaccines? So, yeah, I've had a vaccine. I can go abroad. Cool. I was like, yeah, of course I would. And someone said, yeah, but vaccines are not supposed to be compulsory, and then that's making it compulsory. So it's not. You can just choose to not fucking go abroad.
Yeah.
I mean, there are countries you go to anyway that you've got to have the vaccines to go in, and other countries where if you don't have them, that's really fucking stupid.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I belong to a couple of cruise groups on Facebook, Royal Caribbean cruise groups, and Royal Caribbean's going to require it that you have proof of a vaccine. It doesn't have to be the stupid passport thing or whatever, just some proof. And people are like all up in arms. They can't make me, and it's against HIPAA and all this other stuff. And it's like, yeah, well, some of the countries they go to, like, the Bahamas and the Bermuda, those are sovereign nations, and they won't let you in.
Mm-hmm.
So they got to do it. And well, then that's not fair. They can't make me get it. No, they can't make you get it, but they can't let you on a boat if you don't have it either. So there you go.
Mhm.
It's not like they're holding a gun to your head telling you to get the shot. You just can't go on a fucking cruise. Deal with it.
Yeah. Ash Scott does raise a good point in chat. She goes, I don't agree with vaccine passport shit yet, though. At least not yet. Not until everyone has been given the option of having one, which does raise a point as you can't really bring it in until everyone's had the chance of getting one, or it's available for everyone to get. So you book a holiday for 3 months' time. You need to know, I'm going to be able to get my vaccine to go on that holiday or anything like that. So it raises a point of when can you bring these in? How long do you need?
Yeah.
And what provision do you put in place for people who can't get vaccine shots?
Yeah, that's a really, really good question. I don't know how that's going to work for things, because, businesses that want you to have it, and like, cruise lines and airlines want you to have it. What do you do what about those people? I don't know what you do for those. I mean, that's the whole reason for a vaccine program to get to herd immunity, is to protect those people that literally can't get the vaccine.
Right.
And there are plenty of those out there. There's plenty of people out there who for a variety of medical reasons can't physically have the vaccine. So what do? That's what herd immunity is all about, protecting those people that can't be protected otherwise.
Exactly.
And they talk about herd immunity. Oh yeah, just let everybody get sick. No, it doesn't. It doesn't work that way. That won't actually get you to herd immunity, because you got all kinds of every time you have kids and babies, you don't always pass all that stuff on. Mm-hmm. So herd immunity, the concept of herd immunity, didn't even come about until vaccines started to come about, and that's where the concept even came from.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I hope I said that right.
It sounded right. And you could have some sort of herd immunity. You just also have lots and lots and lots and lots and lots of dead people or infected people suffering with long COVID. But then it'd just be so much easier just to vaccinate everyone and go, there you go. No horrible side effects.
You know what the outcome is? It's not the Walking Dead. It's the walking, I want to fucking kill you for getting us all infected and screwing it up, assholes.
Yeah. And they're all up in arms about that too, about like the cruise line. And I heard a lot of people actually bring up the analogy, like, you got to have these and provide the records to go to just about every university or college on the planet. Every public school and private school wants the certain vaccinations before your kid starts their schools. This is nothing new. It's not like this is something that came about because of COVID. It's a continuation of what we've always done.
Mm-hmm. I think it's Italy. For all education, I think you have to be fully updated with your vaccines and stuff like that.
Yeah.
As I remember rightly, in the UK, you don't have to be. I'd have to ask my sister because she's got kids, so I don't.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah, I was going to ask about that because Linda and I were wondering about what they do in the UK for that.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember because my ex-wife had a little girl. She was all vaccinated, so it never sort of came up as a question.
Right. Maybe somebody in the side chat will bring it up.
Hopefully. I'm just looking who's online, who's British and things there. Who's British and who will have kids and who will know?
What?
Well, I just think you guarantee that a lot of the dads might not know. Oh, there's a doorbell and Dick's not here. Ha!
Yeah. Ding dong.
So, ding dong, the witch is dead. Witch on witch, the wicked witch.
So we just have to wait for him to come back, I guess.
We're just waiting for him. Just reading a comment, though, from Skydiver Tanner. His video today was how COVID-idiots affect small businesses, like where his fiance works, could be shut down for good if a health inspector came in and no one was following guidelines. Something I'm worried about when we open the pub. So that's going to be fun.
Well, I just saw a news report where a guy came into a store without a mask, and the guy told him to put on a mask, and he frickin' lost it. He actually went behind the counter in the convenience store, started beating on the cashier. It's like, dude, what is your fucking problem? I mean,
Yeah, we've had a few situations up here where I see, ding dong. We've had a few situations up here where people have been like assaulted just for saying it too. It's an absolute joke.
It is. It shouldn't be that big a deal. You don't want to wear the mask, you don't have to go in. That's all. It's that simple. You don't have to be a dick about it. And yet they are. And some of them are dicks for getting content on their YouTube channel, like Soft Sits. I think that's pretty much this YouTube Soft Sits anyway, are just doing it for content. That's
like Chris Durham says, "My freedom."
That's right. Exactly. We have a new guest.
We do. It's the one and only Wad and Toad, one of our lovely green lighted members.
Hello.
Hey, how's it going?
Oh, pretty good. Just got back from dinner. Well, back from the table in the other room.
Yeah, that's going out for dinner these days in my area too. Holy.
Yeah. That's one thing I'm looking forward to, is going out to dinner, because we used to do that usually once a week or once every other week. And we haven't done that, I think, since probably August, July.
I don't.
We're doing Oh, sorry, Barman.
No, go for it.
We're doing a thing coming up next weekend because we've got some really nice temperatures coming. We've already had like t-shirts and shorts weather where I live, right? Yeah. And so coming up here, not this weekend, like in a couple of days, but next weekend on the Saturday, just as it gets dark, we're going to take my projector outside and have like a sort of fake drive-in theater for the kids, and they can all just sit a few feet apart and everything and bring out some blankies and stuff. It's going to be awesome.
Oh, that's going to be cool. We actually have a drive-in near us that's actually open. They have, but it's only every other.
They've been bringing those back.
Yeah, well, this one's been operating for like ever, I think, but we have a couple that are still closed down.
Nice. There was one on the news for the last lockdown of the UK, and it was a drive-in wedding.
Yeah.
So you got guests in their cars. They were up on stage getting married, and they all had little iPads and camera bits they could watch as well. And they were going around serving them drinks. So that was quite cool.
Yeah. Getting it done one way or another.
Yep.
Yeah.
They could invite like 100 people to their wedding and not be breaking any rules because no one was mixing. They were just parked in a field.
Yeah, cool.
That reminds me that one of the drive-ins we used to have many, many moons ago in Groton, Connecticut, was actually a porn theater. That's all it showed. It was a drive-in porn theater.
Wow. Well, look at it this way. There's a lot less mess to clean up at the end of the night, right? So that's for, for sure.
I guess.
Well, except for the condoms left in the parking lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's just going to be a heaven.
Let me just deflate that balloon right there.
That's right.
Yeah, but that's just, that's a poor minimum wage worker with a pressure hose in the morning, right?
Yeah, there you go. And of course, it was right down the street from the Navy base. So, yeah, there's that.
Oh, the craziness of the world that a porn drive-through theater is a thing. Oh.
Yeah, except now it's a Kohl's and a Stop and Shop and a strip mall. So
yeah, fair enough.
Yeah, there is a drive-in not far from me that it's been closed for probably 25 years, but it's still there. Yeah, there's nothing ever went in there. You could probably turn it back into a drive-in if you wanted to.
Yeah,
they used to do flea markets there on weekends, but not anymore.
They've started trying to bring them back in the UK. Well, bring them back. I don't think we ever really had them, but it's like an extra little thing. So yeah, we're doing driving in this field outside of Hereford, and we're going to show whatever film it was. It's some old film. I was like, yeah, that'd be cool. Jamie, it's a Saturday night in summer, and I'm working. It's all right. It doesn't start till like 10 o'clock, but still be working.
Yeah.
What I like are cinema pubs. Those are awesome. You sit at a table, you have a waitress, you get pizza and beer and watch a movie. Those are pretty cool.
We've got a chain that's a bit like that in the UK, Everyman Theatres. So they've got a bar outside the theatre bit, but you don't get tables, but you're in like 2-seater sofas.
Yeah.
With big armrest bits, and they will bring you burgers and pizzas and things during the film, which is still funky as hell.
Cool.
Been in the leg room was horrendously good. I had about 4 or 5 foot in front of me. I was like, "This is awesome!" And you realise it's so waiters can bring you the food.
That's always good. Have them bring you a beer. That's why one of the reasons I like to just sit back, watch a movie, and just have a continuous supply of beer.
Good thing about the pandemic, I can watch movies that I want to see, like the Wonder Woman movie, and I don't have to sit in a dark room full of sick people, probably vaping or covered in perfume, have an asthma attack on my way out after a headache and motion sickness by sitting there.
Yeah, I kind of liked that too. We just watched, what was it this weekend? Oh, the Kong versus Godzilla versus Kong, actually. That was kind of cool. We've done that a few times where the movie just came out and it's on like HBO Max or Disney Plus, and we will get to sit there at home and watch them rather than having to go out to the theater. It's a lot more comfy.
Cheaper too.
Yeah. Well, you know what though, with Disney Plus, when the Mulan came out in December, they wanted like $30 for that. Of course, now it's free. Yeah, that was just nuts. I mean, I'm paying for Disney Plus.
Yeah.
They then have to pay $30 to watch this movie.
That's why I went and got like the projector and we've got a 7.1 surround setup going in the whole 9 yards. It's really, really cool. And, so I do a couple of streaming services and then they pull that crap where all of a sudden it's going to be $30. Like, you don't know how many people are going to be watching in my home. If I'm like a dedicated bachelor, no kids or nothing, $30 for one movie is a little bit rich, man. Seriously.
Yes.
Even in a family of 4, $30 can go a long way, especially during the pandemic with people out of work.
Yeah. Every time they do that crap, I have one response and one response only. Thank you. I'll just download it instead.
Yeah. I'll be fair, £30 in the UK wouldn't get you 2 adult cinema tickets in most decent cinemas.
Really? Wow.
Really,
No,
cinema so fucking expensive.
That's more expensive than it is here.
Yeah.
Yeah, if I take Felix to the theater and we both get popcorn and a drink, I'm at a good $30 already for sure. And
Yeah.
that's to sit in a room full of people that I would rather not be with. So, build your own home theater. Fuck it.
Yeah. Yeah, true.
Yeah. We've got an air popper at home. We've got, our own bathroom. We've got,
Yeah.
and we can pause the movie
That's
if we have to
right.
go pee. That's a great thing.
Yeah, I don't have
And
to
I
come
don't have to
back
sit
and ask
through-
Linda what I missed.
And,
Yeah.
and I don't have to sit through some jerk I don't know, chatting through the movie about, breaking up with his girlfriend or whatever.
There you go.
Yeah, for me, the cinema was dead 10 years ago. As soon as I went to this whole, do a real home theater thing, fuck it. And my setup, it's maybe $80 and you can just paint the silver stuff on your wall. And if you can get a good coat, it's perfectly even, it's not that hard to do. And a decent projector these days is only like $500. And when you look at the cost of a decent TV, come on, seriously. Anyway,
Yeah, we've got I don't have a really big TV. It's a 55, which is, it's a semi-big, I guess. But we only have a small room, so anything bigger than that would be way too big.
Well,
I don't need
to
count
mine's
pixels.
a bit too big for the room too, but because it's like 127 inches on the wall, it gives you that real theater thing. It's no longer watching TV, right? It's huge.
Yeah, that's a bit different though, projection versus just a regular TV.
Yeah. I think our TV is about 7 foot away from the sofa. So the 50-inch that we've got, anything else would just start looking a bit. I've got to actually move my head to see the corners.
Yeah. Well, if you could see the individual pixels, it's too big.
Yeah.
I have a 32 inches. We have a running bet on to see how long it'll last too, because it's about 13 years old and it's doing really well. It's not broken, so I don't know how much longer it'll go. So let's hoping.
I was bummed out when my plasma died. About a year ago now, because we had it almost 10 years, and I was really bumming because they quit making plasmas a few years back. So,
well, yeah, but the LEDs are so nice, and they don't have the burn-in problems. They don't have the delay or sweep problems.
It's the black levels though. Plasma, like until we get OLED TVs, which, is still an expensive screen, plasma had better blacks, deeper contrast.
Well, they're not that expensive. That's what I wound up getting was OLED. And it was...
Oh, sorry. I didn't mean OLED. I meant the SOLEDs, the new one that are coming out.
Yeah.
They're gonna have an unbelievable jump. Instead of just really good, it's gonna be fuck. I've been checking it out. It's gonna be wild.
Yeah, that's what I miss from the plasma is the.
And at those prices, SOLED is a good name for it.
Levich. Oh, I'm not quiet. Someone say something silly.
Who escaped from FTFE's debate tonight?
Oh, Jesus Christ. I saw you in were you in his Discord when that foot video got posted? Fuck my life.
I didn't. I have his Discord and I pop in there maybe like once a month, so.
Oh, I showed it to Dick. Did you the foot video? Oh, he's run off again. Bastard. He's making tea apparently this time. He's always in and out, isn't he?
Yeah.
As Dick should be.
Yeah. There you go.
Sorry.
Did you think she was? She did sound like a child. It was scary.
Now I sound young, but that was definitely not an adult. And it was 3 grown men and grown older men and one possibly teenager, maybe early 20s at the latest, but it wasn't just the vocal qualities, it was also the way she was speaking was very young. Yeah, but yeah, I love that. I love that stream, and I'm kind of thinking about dropping my membership for him because it's gone to bad places.
Who again? Because I was just making tea when I jumped over to fix the crash there.
FTFE.
Oh yeah. That was a bit far. Like holy, But they're all about the dumpster fire. That's what they do, right?
The dumpster fire is one thing, but children,
Huh.
I just, he can live without my $2. I'll just switch it over to the Shills.
Much appreciated.
Yeah, I don't think you'll get any complaints here. Sorry, I was stirring tea, but I could hear you through the speakers. Okay, here we go. I'm back proper now. Okay, there we go. Holy, all right. Hey, Professor Bell's here. Proper? How you doing? Yeah, exactly. Okay. What the hell was I I had something I wanted to bring up, damn it, and I was remembering the whole time I was making tea, and now it's gone.
Should have wrote it down.
Yeah.
That's what I do sometimes. I have text pad up. Sometimes I keep notes as I'm going with these streams so that I don't forget something to bring up.
I'm going to have to start. Well, I was just recovering from that whole OBS crash. So I had to do a few things in the background there too and whatnot.
Ooh,
it's to be crazy. OBS just needs to fix the odd thing you try to do when you're in the studio mode. Like, so I'm doing something in the background that I don't want everybody to see until I've got it all set up. And then I, fade it in. Sometimes that crashes it bad. You got to really be careful.
It is touchy, it seems. It's
got
a mind of its own.
At times.
Yeah, see, it's this level of professionalism that keeps us new YouTubers away from all the complicated stuff.
Well, I know a few people have said, why not just make it easy and, do StreamYards or whatever like people do. Well, I like to take it far.
Is this right?
OBS is nice for all that it does. I kind of poked around a little bit with it, but it's nice, but it's very complex, and it is not for the faint of heart or the Luddites.
Especially when you take it as far as we do with advanced Python scripting and all kinds of craziness. Oh God! Like when somebody who's like new to OBS but has kind of learned it sees one of my setups, they just go, "Holy fuck!" Because it's crazy. But,
I only use it for voiceovers for making videos, voicing over a graphic or web page or something I'm trying to show in a video. That's the only thing I've ever used it for.
Right.
Yeah,
Biker Prepper says StreamYards is too fucking expensive. And it is for what you get. Like, seriously, it doesn't take too much to learn how to use OBS to the point where, you've already surpassed StreamYards, right?
Yeah.
I learned it in no time, but I've got audio production experience, so I think that helped.
Yeah, it's all software, regardless of what its application is. They all have a basic underlying thing, that's all. There's similar menus, there's similar ways to find things and do things. You get used to that, then you can teach yourself most any program.
Yeah. Yeah, I've used some live lighting software and live sound software in different, applications and so on. So it wasn't too hard to adapt to what OBS is all about. But finding even the advanced stuff was weird for me because it is designed in an odd way at times.
Mm. Well, it all depends on who's designing it. Not a while back, like 30 years ago, a program called Pro Engineer. It's a design and analysis program. It was actually written with engineers. I mean, the previous programs were programmers, and
Right.
they were programming to do certain functionality without ever having to need to use it. And engineering's kind of it's a little bit different way of doing things. And after that, a lot of specialized software has used people that are in that industry to help write the software.
Well, that's OBS is open broadcaster. So a lot of the features are very much designed by the developer, and there's no consideration to UI or usability because, well, they knew how to work it, so they just didn't care. Right.
Yeah.
But, you can do it. Streamlabs is still just crashing on me in the background. It won't let me do anything again. I don't know if it's even working for the stream, but
let's see. I gambled a little while ago. It worked.
Yeah. 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 I just saw it. Everything but the poll is working. Yeah. The poll seems to have crashed. I'm going to refresh the page. I don't know. Just one of those days. Everything on the internet sucking balls.
And not in the fun way.
No,
exactly.
Just put a question in chat. What was the last thing you had your finger in?
Okay.
Dear Liza.
We've got some good ones. Soup, nose, navel. Ashcott said the ring. And we're worried about it. How else was I supposed to get the can out my ass? Oh, I love it.
Oh, that's funny.
Mold.
A lot of people are trying to heist.
Mold.
It's empty. A rubber mold, not actual mold. Rubber mold.
Oh,
interesting.
If anybody knows the remark, he's probably doing a little plaster castering. I don't think he meant his finger.
Oh, it's a wound.
Dun, dun, dun.
Okay. So Streamlabs is back. I think right now we can actually count on the technology working for about 20 or 30 minutes. So let's see how it goes. I don't know what's going on. I reset everything before we went live, restarted the computer and everything. Maybe that's the problem. I shouldn't treat Windows nice.
Windows, jeez.
I hate Windows so much.
Oh,
yeah.
But then,
if Apple hadn't have brought out that trash can Mac Pro, that supposed Pro computer, I'd still be using Apple computers. But when that was the only Pro option computer they had, I was like, oh, I just can't do that. There's no way.
Ashcott says Windows XP.
Well, that wasn't a bad platform. I liked XP. That worked well.
I'm one of those weird people that never had a crash on Windows ME because all I used it for was game. Never had a crash, never had a blue screen on ME. But all I used
I refused to use it. I never used it.
Oh, I made a fortune with Windows ME of rolling people back one step. Yeah, everybody that had that was like, "Oh God!" and I would charge them to roll it back. It was hilarious.
I've got an ME installation CD.
That's funny, man. That's funny. That's funny. I think I would actually say that Windows 2000 was my favorite Windows because it was stable.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was. Then there was Vista.
Oh God. That's like saying, and then there's mod because it's just all about attitude.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Stable Norton Commander says what?
There's never been a thing. That's never existed. Anything Norton and Commander in the same sentence, is just literally designed by the devil.
That's so post Peter Norton. It's ridiculous too.
Yeah. God, his
So-
story is a wild one, eh?
Mm. Yeah.
You know,
You know that
he wrote that software into just, wow, this is so amazing. And then he bowed out, took the cash and did it whatever afterwards. I'm not even sure, and they just simply ruined his name.
Yeah. You know that the movie Hackers with Johnny Lee and
Oh,
Angelina Jolie, he goes
Yeah.
through those list of books that he has to identify. And one he calls the Pink Shirt book. It's actually the hardware Bible. I've got one here somewhere. But the guy in the pink shirt on the front cover is Peter Norton.
Wow. Okay.
Nice.
I didn't know that.
I'm stuck watching all these computer hacker movies. My husband, my dear, is a PhD computer scientist, so I get stuck with watching the science be done.
The science from the inside.
Yeah, it's not fun. It's not like Hackers at all. I want you to know this. That I have been thinking about getting a projector so it projects the screen onto his face. So
Yeah. So it looks like the movies. Yeah. I always loved that. It's like, wow, what the hell kind of monitor are you using?
one that's gonna make you blind real quick. He's actually downstairs doing science right now.
Cool.
He is advancing the sum of human knowledge.
Nice.
Oh, there you go.
Something Daniel Pratt can never say for himself.
He also can't say it's a beautiful day outside.
He wouldn't know.
Oh, I figured it
Daniel-
out.
What?
Or look at that lovely trim on my door.
Oh,
That's
yeah, but you know where that hot water heater is? Do you know where that little room actually is? Because I figured it out. It's in Arkham Asylum.
There you go.
I thought it was like on the fourth circle of hell or something like that, and he's the actual.
Of course, it's
Yeah, no,
weird
he-
to hear. It's weird to hear the word knowledge and Pratt in the same sentence too. So
Without lack thereof or something, right?
that's some
See,
qualifier.
for me, and I don't know why this is, but so many of these flat earthers have like really weird or creepy voices. Like, listen to him speak, and he's got it's like he's constantly got something stuck in his throat.
Well, he does, but we're trying to keep ourselves monetized, so I can't say what that is.
After these conversations,
If we wanted to guarantee not being monetized, I've got this video we can play.
The one you sent me?
Yes. Please don't play that.
Oh, okay. That's what crashed OBS was. I was loading that up. It just said, fuck this.
It
need
said,
to
oh
stop.
my god, and then died.
I'll do it.
Exactly.
afterwards.
Yeah. But yeah, that's a horror show that that shouldn't be consumed by the general public.
Yeah. When I go to my messages after show, I'll probably send it to Flint before bed.
Yeah.
He'll wake up in the morning, look at it, and go, "What the actual fuck?" I think I could actually post the link for anyone who does want to see it. Obviously, it's in FTFE Discord, but I stick it in our Discord now.
You could send it over to Slim. He'd probably put on a yellow wig and get right into it. But I'm just guessing.
There we go. I've posted it in the general chat on the EiE Network social club.
Okay, cool.
I think it worked. No, I've missed half the link. Fudge!
No.
Amateur.
So it did. It went to. It linked to you, another comment by you in your Discord.
Yeah, that's what I actually want to post. So there we go. Fixed it. Posted the right one.
Ta-da.
Delete the old one. Delete. There we go.
Delete.
Delete.
Yeah, Colorado, I am the gatekeeper.
Right. Now we'll try and find the green room again. I fucking hate Discord.
Oh, I say that a lot.
Have we mentioned Discord being bought yet?
What? Yeah, well, did it actually go through or is it still pending? Because Microsoft is trying to bid to buy Discord right now. And as we all know, when they bought Skype, they're so good at this stuff. I'm sure it won't be ruined at all.
No, come on. Holy shit.
And you know what'll happen? What'll happen is Discord will become instantly, there'll be an update and it will be slower and buggier and crappier because they're going to stuff Cortana and all its telemetry and data sucking bullshit into it right away.
Yeah.
That's the first thing I do when I reinstall Windows. Disable Cortana, go to startup.
Yeah.
No, Cortana, you are never ever starting ever.
Ever.
Well,
yes.
There's a script. There's a script you can get, and it'll rip Cortana right out of your system. Unfortunately, doing that will affect Windows's ability to search because they're built into each other. Like how you slimy pricks. And Windows search, if you got anybody out there on a Mac will know, the search on a Mac Spotlight is industry leading. Nothing comes close to it. Windows search sucks, and you can't even fucking delete Cortana without making it even worse.
Yeah.
Well, remember how... Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Well, I was going to say, remember that Microsoft made their big bank by forcing users to buy Microsoft licenses that were pre-installed on their computers. That's how they got, all their billions of dollars. So all that bloatware and all that stuff that they stuff into there is just same.
And they used to cheat too, because there was a while back in the beginning when Internet Explorer was like the big thing. The Internet Explorer could make API calls to the OS that other browsers couldn't. So it ran better and faster because it just basically hamstrung other browsers.
Yeah, which is ridiculous.
Yeah. They cheater bastards.
Yeah. Oh yeah. They've been doing that a lot over the years too. Like some really, really bad tactics. Like just compete on merit. Come on.
Yeah, well, they missed the boat on a lot of things. I mean, in the early 90s, Bill Gates was saying the internet, what's that? It's not going to be that big.
I know. 640K ought to be enough for anyone.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. Remember Steve Ballmer on the iPhone? Well, it doesn't have a keyboard, so business users won't want it. Fucking idiots, man.
To be fair, I miss having a keyboard, like a physical keyboard. When I had one of those clamshell phones that opened up and had the little keyboard on it, that was like awesome because you could be on the kind of actual internet and have the things to type. I miss my clamshell phone because the other thing is I cannot fit my 7-inch giant phone in my woman pockets. Y'all have man pockets. Aimee understands though. Y'all have man pockets. You don't understand woman pocket problems. Is that our pockets are very tiny or non-existent.
Yeah.
Just do what my friends do. They don't use their pockets. They use those built-in giant pockets that are in front of them attached to their chest, and that's where they keep their phone.
Yeah, but you see, my phone is weirdly sensitive to being in the chest zeppelins.
Chest zeppelins.
Oh, Ash Scott's just put your 7-inch what doesn't fit in your what? You're cutting out. Funny.
Reload the page, Ash Scott.
Yeah.
I kind of missed having actual keys too, but
I do.
Like with swipe though on my phone, you just slide your finger over the keyboard to type
but
stuff.
I find
that God.
Sorry, Mike. The thing is if you step up to the end of BlackBerry 10, when they had their more modern operating system, like you know how Android and iPhone and all that got rid of the home button. You swipe up now and it shows your group of apps. BlackBerry had that way before, and the last BlackBerries had touch sensitive keyboards, so you could scroll the screen without putting your hand in front of what you were fucking trying to read in the first place. It was actually really good, except no apps. All right, their app store was a fucking wasteland, and without apps, man, that your platform's dead.
Yeah, well,
well, the
that's what killed
Palm
them.
Pilot store had apps and they had cards long before Android phones had them.
Oh
You
yeah,
could just swipe up. You had the little cards. I
I
actually
had the Palm Pre.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so did
so did I.
long after I probably should have. I was like taking apart one to put another one back together. I mean, just to keep it alive as long as I could. And turns out LG is now leaving the phone business. So
Really?
So my whole family's got to get new phones because we all have LGs.
Yeah, we had a engineer I worked with who had an old RPN calculator, one of the very, very early ones from the early 70s. And he had a special guy. He knew a guy that worked on them, and he had an entire wall of these calculators that he scavenged for parts so that he could keep these running for people, and this guy was one of them. I mean, it's like a console kind of thing. It's not small either. It's pretty wide, and almost the size of an old timey kind of adding machine. But it did reverse Polish notation. It was pretty awesome. But that's what he did. He just kept cannibalizing other calculators to keep this one running.
Yeah. I did that with my last BlackBerry phone, had the Passport, and I just wouldn't let it go. But the last BlackBerries, the BlackBerry 10, whatever they called it, had the Android runtime built into it, so you could run Android apps. But they didn't upgrade it, and it was like version 4.4. So it got to a point where you just couldn't keep it alive. You had to let it go.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think the Pre died at the analog switch when they switched over from analog signals to digital ones. And that's when the Pre died. Man, for a long time, I had a smartphone, but was still using a Palm Pilot because it had the literal best grocery app that existed.
Yeah, I kept my Palm Pilot. I think it was the M505 or whatever, but a really nice slim color one with the built-in leather flip on the front. I loved that thing. It was great.
Funniest thing is, I've not found a grocery app comparable to the to Handy Shopper.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to imagine like a 16-year-old nowadays trying to use a T9 keyboard to try and type a message without looking at the actual buttons you're pressing.
Can you imagine? Oh man. Yeah. or give a 21-year-old give a 20-year-old an old Nokia phone and a joint and tell him that light it up and play Snake.
Oh, that'd be awesome. I miss Snake.
Yeah.
It's not the same Snake with the touchscreen. You just can't do it. It's long. When you use emulator to play Game Boy games on your phone, because the screen size is about right. The phones themselves are a bit small, but you're like, it just doesn't feel right. I want that clickiness.
Yeah, touching the glass buttons. Now, a glass keyboard, that would be one thing, but I would love to have a glass keyboard. But on my phone, it's actually worse because, when you're typing something out and you end up getting thumb fingers and you send an accidental, inappropriate message to somebody.
Autocorrect.
That's funny.
What?
Yeah, my daughter sends texts sometimes that are completely indecipherable because even though she's using swipe on her Google Pixel, she still misspells the crap out of shit, and it just inserts whatever it happens to think it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
And she doesn't read it before she hits send. And it's like you get this text from her. It's like, what the actual fuck are you talking about?
Yeah. They're actually words, but there's just no way they belong in this order. This can't be.
That's right.
You know? I mean, even Dr. Seuss wouldn't have wrote this when he was drunk. You know? It's funny. Oh, we lost the barman for a second. I think his internet was cutting out. He was kind of fading on the mic now and then there.
Yeah, he was roboting once in a while.
Yeah, that's what he said in the green room. It's freaking out. Barman has one of the most unreliable connections in the history of connections. It's literally I've seen 56K connections that are more reliable, even with children at home wanting the phone. It's crazy. But I'm sure you'll figure it out.
Yeah, sooner or later.
Yeah, I was talking my internet situation here, speaking of internet, is very strange because in Canada, they haven't caught on to the fact that we're in the cloud era of computing. And in Canada, because we're notorious downloaders like torrents and stuff, everybody in Canada's internet is 400 down and 10 up. And that's just not enough. I mean, if you've got 5 or 6 people in a residence all calling for different things at once and whatnot, you might have enough bandwidth down, but you don't even have enough bandwidth to get all the calls up so that data can actually flow down again, right?
Yeah.
It's crazy.
That's how it is in the US. It's always, I think 10 was the advertised upload speed for the my current package.
Right. Yeah, what I've had to do, I've had to jump my package up to $138 a month so that I can get over 10. I got 25 up now. But my download is so dumb fast now that I can download a 12 gig 1080 movie in the time it takes me to make a cup of tea. It's ridiculous. Who needs that fast to download? For what? Nobody can stroke their own. Yeah, but nobody can stroke their own dick that fast. So there's no way, right? Seriously, there's no need of it. I just find Steaming Cup of Reason, his internet is 80 down and 50 or 60 up. And that's a better balance. They could mine is something 1200 down or something, right? So, take me down to 700 down and give me 200 up, right? Give me a better ratio.
Yeah. Well, that's what I have is it's supposedly 12 down, 1200 down, but you only get that one if you're really close to the source. If you're at the fringe of the radius, you don't get that. And you got to be wired. You can't get that with Wi-Fi. There's just no way.
Yeah, I'm hardwired to mine gigabit and it's 1200. So, normally I see it top out at around 950 because of the gigabit, right? There's a little headroom in there, of course. Right. But that's still, one point you missed is based on having a server that will give you that much bandwidth for said whatever, right?
Correct. Yeah, that's true. Because if I plug into my router via wire, I can get about 650 down, but I only get 250 over Wi-Fi. So it's a big difference.
Yeah. But, that's one of those things. I just, I kind of wish it was, it's the cloud era. Everybody uploads these days. Everybody syncs to the cloud. Just balance it out better. That's
it. Yeah. It's like my daughter, everything she does on her phone and on her laptop, pictures, movies, videos, first thing it does is go to the cloud.
Yeah.
So
exactly.
It's just how it works.
Yeah. And with video chatting and people like me streaming, But anyway, it's just one of those. And it would really like the reason we got on this was Barman. Like Barman speeds are really slow. It's not even fair to call it high speed internet. It really isn't. He just got an upgrade. He just got an upgrade to a guaranteed 1 megabit up.
One megabit.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez. And what most people don't realize too is when they say, "Okay, I have 8 megabits." Well, that's really 1 megabyte because there's 8 bits to a byte. They sort of cheat in speeds. They go by bits and not bytes.
I should have actually, and I should have clarified that because mine's a fiber connection. So when I say 1200, I'm talking bytes.
Oh wow! No, mine's 1200 bits.
Mine's
mine's
bytes, man. It's savage fast. It's ridiculous.
Wow.
But that's why it's $138, right?
Yeah, that's crazy speeds right there. I mean, you can that's like instant. I remember when I was in my old used to IT days, when we first got a T1 trunk line into the hospital I was working in, I was the only person on it for like the first 3 months, and it was amazing. have a T1 line for one PC.
Oh, that would have been gold. Yeah,
it was awesome.
Cool. These days, I know they're born with these fast internet speeds that I don't get. I remember getting an ISDN line. God, I feel old.
Yeah, I had one. Yeah.
My first modem was a 300 baud modem. So
mine was 200. Commodore 64.
My dad
VIC 20. VIC 20.
No. My dad got the ISDN line fitted for free though from his college, so that was nice.
Cool.
Free is always good.
Free is always good. But I remember going into Staples, which is like an office supply store, but it's all computers, laptops, hardware, and things like that, and asking, have you got an ISDN modem? Talk to one for my own laptop. No, we've only got USB ones. I was like, fuck my life. Oh, fucking hell.
And of course you have that wonderful dial-up sound that we all know and love.
Yes.
The handshake.
Wow. I didn't know anybody still use that.
There are some still, but it's really rare.
Yeah.
Especially since, like, with HTML5, you need a lot of data crossing. You just can't do that with dial-up.
Yeah, no.
Oh, never. Oh my God. Can you imagine if you tried to load YouTube and you slowed your router down to like 56K speeds or whatever, just as a, as a lark? You could, I don't know, go for a walk around town. It would maybe load later. It would be insane.
What YouTube does, though, it loads in chunks. So you would only be able to watch a chunk before it would load the next one. It won't load all of the video.
It would probably take 30 minutes just to load the interface so you could pick a video because it's so heavy, right? It's a big site.
Yeah, and
not that long ago when we were having some trouble with our DSL, and I can't remember what happened, but they had just slowed us down. I think we were like, somehow our bank had screwed up a payment or something. And so instead of turning it off or instead of sending us a message, they just slowed us down to like 400 baud. I don't know, but it was, they slowed us down. It's like nothing was working. It was taking so long. We finally called them and said, oh yeah, we slowed you down because you missed a payment. And this like, dude, maybe you could have, I don't know, sent us a letter, something.
Called us.
I don't know if we would have gotten it. Maybe not an email.
Yeah. They have these
pigeon.
Things,
could you have sent a pigeon? I got a cockatiel, but I can't guarantee. I can't guarantee they'll return.
Just eat it afterwards.
That's funny.
I'll send it anyway.
Messenger cockatiel.
Yeah. Yeah. Does it come with a shot of brandy? Like the dog with the barrel?
Cards, yeah.
They're really thin birds. They really can't carry much. Not like a pigeon. Pigeon's got a chonky bird, you know.
Yeah.
What happens if there was two of them and they hung
On the line between
with
them.
a string?
What? Would they wrap it around their dorsal feathers?
That's the one.
The dorsal feathers.
It's not about
Oh,
yeah,
dear
a
God.
4-ounce bird carry.
How does King know so much?
To know these things when you're a king, you know.
That's right.
I played the cheese shop one for the wife the other night, and she's just looking at me at this stupid sort of
Oh,
One of my
that's a
husband's-
classic. I love
One of
the
my
cheese
husband's
shop.
favorite things to do. One of the things he teaches is Python, which was, of course, named for Monty Python. And he introduces them to the Monty Python sketches.
nice.
So you've got these young kids that he's corrupting, which is just hilarious.
That's awesome.
He also introduces them to the Hitchhiker's Guide radio plays and Animaniacs, things like that.
Love Animaniacs,
Yeah.
especially the world song where he names like every
Oh,
country.
yes. Capitals of the world. That's on
I saw-
YouTube.
It is. I saw one where someone had done it with Trump, and they took all his sound bites and put it together in the song.
Yes, I saw that. That was cool. That was cool. Yeah, I first saw it though on TikTok, so it was just like it was really a clip, but then they have the full version. It's on YouTube, where it basically is the whole song. That guy still does that. Like he goes to shows and conventions, and they ask him to sing that song, and he does.
It's mad that he still remembers it after all these years as well.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a hoot. I like that one.
What was the release date of the new Flat Earth movie that's coming up? What's his fucking nuts there? We showed the preview, remember?
Yeah, I think DeBay, right?
Yeah.
It's supposed to be in April, isn't it? It's supposed to be coming up here soon.
Yeah. Like I thought it was going to coincide with a family member's birthday coming up here, or not exactly, but close. And I was just, thinking to myself, hey, we got to be getting close. We'll have to check that out because we want to make sure. Because we're definitely going to have to do a proper review of it.
Oh yeah. Yes.
I mean, it's not going to show up on a torrent site, so I won't be able to download it because, I mean, who in their right mind would even admit to sharing such a fucking atrocity, right? But I'm sure we'll find it.
Ironically.
I mean, that would be like sharing pictures of the car crash you caused,
Well, think of how many of these sovsits share videos of them getting. Seriously, go. Sorry.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Oh, I gotta love real life with kids.
Yep.
You do? You do?
Well, yeah, because when I babysit, I can give them back.
Yeah.
Asshole.
I don't get that. No, I don't get to do that at all.
Nope.
I just got Eric Gervais' 2014 book up on Amazon, and the reviews like verified purchases, good proof, great book. Go and observe the world for yourself. Like, what the fuck?
Oh.
Yeah.
In other words, wake up and live. Get out of your mother's basement, and that's the end of the book.
One of these verified purchases from a bloke called Nigel. Cool and Smooth is the title, and all the review says the truth. Enough said. What the fuck?
Oh God.
Enough said.
Okay, I'll tell you this. I'm making plans for Nigel right now.
That was a good song. Yeah, it's got a 74% 5-star rating. So it's 4.4 out of 5 stars for his book. Fucking hell.
Wow.
Oh, there's a better book than any flurf. It's called Space Arc. Really?
Hello.
I've got you guys on headphones, so
Oh, okay.
hold on.
Yeah, that was funny. I just,
Yeah.
I'm used to it being Matt, so that the person would actually be listening. Would hear me.
It's called Level the Film, but I can't see.
He turned 6 in May, so I have headphones on.
Nice.
Yeah.
What the film was called, Mike?
Say again?
What do you say the film was called?
Oh, Level. The truth is hard to swallow. April 22nd. It comes out on Earth Day.
There we go.
I'm sorry, but in Dubé's world, I don't think anything is hard to swallow.
I was not going there, but I figured somebody would.
I had to.
Okay, I'm gonna die.
What is going on?
Sorry, I forgot I had my sound looping through. My fault.
Oh, I was.
And somehow when you did that, it literally sent OBS into a fit and just triggered the fucking intro animation and brought us back to the intro set. It was really weird. I don't know what just happened.
And it went
there.
over and over several times too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was searching Level and Eric DeBay, and I found Spirit Level by Eric DeBay on SoundCloud. Perspective matrix shapes how human beings see. Keep the fact in mind as questions flow from me. How can a ball be too big to see a curve?
Wow.
I'm dropping that link in the green room. There we go. Have fun with that one, Dick.
So this movie has also got ODD TV in it. It's got allegedly Dave, Eddie Bravo. Who the fuck is Eddie Bravo?
That radio guy.
Somebody named Tanner Stewart.
Yeah.
Santos Bonacci.
Yeah, and Johnny Giapampa.
Yeah.
Have you found the Facebook page, have you?
No, it's actually off of hibbleproductions.com.
Oh, I found the Facebook page. There's an actual Facebook page to go with it.
Yeah.
I'll drop the Facebook page for anyone who wants to laugh in regular chat. Because you can comment on things. Someone's put, this is exciting. Looks good. Can't wait.
Can't wait, yeah. Can't wait.
Here, let's check this out for 1 second here. Hold on.
When questions are laughed at, are silenced on mass. Way to see how few care about finding the facts. Most will be deceived by rocket launches.
Oh, God, that's enough. Okay, no, sorry. Never mind.
Be deceived by rocket launches.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
most of us will be deceived by rocket launches and cartoons, dreaming of Star Trek. Motherfucker, I've got hard news. It's just you and me stuck in this world to the death. No place to escape to. You'd better make the best. Oh, fuck my life.
Calculus was hard, but I wouldn't go to this extreme not to learn it. I think if I'd gone out, I'd gone to my calculus professor and said, look, Doc, it's hard, so I've just decided that L'Hopital was drunk the whole time, had no idea what he was talking about, and let me tell you how it's really done. Meanwhile, in my chemistry class, I
remember when we were in, I think it was multivariable calc. There was one guy who was like, because the professor was talking, I forget what he was talking about, but he's just talking about a lot of the variables as symbols, and this guy just lost it. He's like, "Can you stop using lambda and stuff? Just tell me what's going on." So finally, a couple of minutes later, when he goes into something else, and he goes, "And for you business majors out there," and then he went into another explanation for it. And sure enough, the next semester he was no longer an engineering student; he was a business major.
Well, I was in
That's-
chemistry, but I switched to archaeology because, yeah.
Nice.
That sounds fun.
Yeah.
Archaeology and historic preservation. I'm
Ooh,
studying textiles, which doesn't sound really amazing, but I looked at what I did when I wasn't in school for the past 18 years. I'm going, you know what? I knit, I sew, I tat, I do all of the thread work and handcrafts. I think I'm going to do this.
Mhm.
Yeah, why not?
That sounds
Someone
cool.
finally said I could. It's one of those things that when you're a kid in school, they say, okay, you can be a fireman, you can be a policeman, you can be a teacher, you can be a doctor. Those are the jobs you can have. You can't have any other job. And then you grow up, and when you're a girl in the 80s, they say you can be a teacher or you can be a housewife. Maybe you can be a policeman. And it goes on and on. And when I was in high school, I was told by my high school counselor while I was looking at classes to take, it's like, well, I've gotten to I've taken this math class, this math class, this math class. I need something for my senior years. Like, you can't take any more math. I was unaware that there was a math class past pre-calculus in high school, but there was an actual calculus class in my high school.
Damn.
But yeah, he literally told me I could not take more math, and I ended up having 2 study halls that semester, which oddly enough is where I learned to knit.
Oh, there you go.
It's pastime.
Yeah.
Well, you might be interested. We just finished the new design for the Columbia class submarine, and it's the first submarine design with women in mind for the crew members. We've done backfit work on previous classes of submarine, but this one actually has quarters and facilities, and and the weird part about it is it's also designed to be ergonomic. So everything has to be accessible for the 5 percentile height woman and the 95th percentile height man. Talk about a big disparity. Yeah, so it's like
Wow.
a 5'2" woman and a 6'5" man have to be able to read the same gauge at eye level. It's like,
Wow.
How?
Wow.
There's a lot
I
of
thought there were like limits, like height limits, like there were for pilots.
Oh no. We had a guy on my submarine. He was like 6'7" and about 350 pounds. Yeah, he was huge.
Wow. He must have had a
Wow.
serious bad back.
Well, he did actually, and that's a common problem because the watertight hatches are only 54 inches high. So you have to go through that. And this guy, when he went through, if we were in a certain ventilation lineup where the ventilation lineup actually transfers air through these hatches, you could feel the pressure change in the compartment when he went through the hatch.
Jeez.
Wow.
Yeah.
Holy cow.
Yeah.
Wow.
But yeah, my wife, she was a PT at the sub-base hospital when I was in the Navy, and she saw a lot of tall guys with back problems.
And a few concussions.
Well, yeah, I guess that's true too.
Kind of that Scotty moment. I know this ship like the back of my crong.
Yep. I've hit my head a couple times. Well, especially when there's something going on and you need to be moving fast and you try to go through a 54-inch hatch with a sealing surface that's like 2.5, 3 inches of solid HY80 steel, and it doesn't move when you hit it. That's for sure. It hurts. So that happens all the time.
God. I can only imagine every time he went through one of the doors, it must have just gone poof, poof, poof.
I remember we had a casualty once. We had loss of hydraulics. I jumped down a ladder and I hit my elbow, and my arm went a little bit numb after I hit it. But yeah, I kept on going, and it turned out that I chipped it pretty good, and it would lock.
Ooh.
When I couldn't straighten it out, I would go to straighten my arm out, and it would stop, and I have to back it up. And Linda finally made me go to the doctor because that's
proper.
what she does. Yeah. She did. She actually walked me down to one of the orthopedists in the hospital. Said, "Could you look at his elbow?" And they went in. Yeah. There's Go ahead.
Well, Ash Scott brings up a thing in the chat. Surely it's okay to discriminate against people who simply don't fit in the workplace. And is that discrimination? If you have to say to a person, well, due to the constraints of the work environment, sorry, you don't fit.
Well, I mean, for some work, you have to be able to lift like 50 or 70 pounds, and you have to be able to stand or, do such and such a task for so many hours.
Yeah, except on a submarine, it's not like the cockpit of a plane. You're really not that limited in space. There are tight space. This guy this big guy, he was a sonar tech, so he just sat in a big old engineered space, air conditioned space with a big old comfy chair with headphones on all day long. So,
right,
it isn't as if there were height constraints for his kind of job.
Right. Interesting thought, something cool to think of.
There are jobs in the military where there are height restrictions, but this isn't one of them.
Right.
Yeah, when I was coming through high school, I wanted to be a pilot, but I was just way too short, actually. I was 4 inches too short at least. And I didn't realize it at the time. And I was disappointed, but you have to be that height. You have to be that height. It's a lot different than saying you can't do it because of something else. Yeah. Unfortunately, height isn't something I could fix, but
yeah.
So I ended up taking a different path. But I don't think of it as discrimination per se. If you can't fit and you can't reach what you're supposed to be doing, it could damage your body, one, and two, you wouldn't be able to do your job. So it's,
or if you get motion sickness, seasickness, or
right. we had a guy we had a few guys that got really, really seasick. We had this thing called a sickle meter. It was basically a nut that hung on a string, and then it would swing back and forth. It had scales. We had little names next to, and then he was like a quarter inch on either side of the bolt because he had the nut because he got really, really seasick. Especially when we first went out to sea, he'd be like in a corner somewhere hugging a trash can.
Wow.
One of the requirements you had to have, though, especially if you were in engineering or the electronics technicians and stuff, you had to have perfect color vision, so that you can read warning lights and resistor colors, and so that was one weird aspect of it that I always thought was kind of interesting.
Right.
Black light and the black warning sign that says, "Please do not push this button."
Yeah.
Oh, that's funny. I just queued up a little change to the outro music at the end of the show. I just queued up a little something different to change it up.
Oh, okay.
Nice.
Yeah.
But the weird thing is, though, the guys that got seasick, like I didn't get seasick, but when I went to bed and if we were rolling pretty good, I couldn't sleep. But the guys who got seasick, they would go to bed and they would be out like a light. It was weird. It was really odd how that worked.
That is interesting. That is interesting. I don't have much experience with getting like seasick. Never been much for the sea in general. Har har. So
well, sometimes it could be tough even if you don't get seasick, and it depends on the weather. We had one patrol. We were in the North Atlantic in the wintertime, and we were taking 15, 20-degree rolls at 400 feet. And when we went to the surface, it was just nasty. So yeah, it was even guys who don't get seasick sometimes, if the weather is bad enough, you'll not, life won't be good. What's going on in the chat?
Clive Wells just come into the chat and he says, "Hi everyone, is this the right stream for car insurance?" That's a reference to Nerd Angle from Team Stream. That was too funny, man. That was too funny.
Oh
my God.
I've been busy in the background squirreling away looking at this the Hibbler Productions, the people who are making the 2020 level thing. Can I suggest we do one of their films next week for Pub Chat and all get drunk watching it?
I've
already picked the film out. It's $1. I will buy it. I don't care. It's called The Greatest Deception.
Oh dear God!
Some of the ones on there are terrible. It is R-rated, but I thought,
Barman,
yes,
I know how we can pull this off and not get in trouble on YouTube as well.
Well, we'll be commentating in it.
Oh yeah, but even still, we could do as sort of a simulcast where everybody jumps into the Discord and in one room we actually play the video and then we just comment along and have the audio in the background on the actual stream. Therefore, we don't get in trouble and everybody gets exactly what it could really be. What do you think?
That'd be quite cool. I reckon we'd probably get away with it on YouTube though, for having the main video. I don't know. If you remember, we'd have to do a test.
Do you remember recently when Mike brought up something funny and it was like throwing beanbags into holes in boxes on the ground on the grass?
Yeah.
And I brought that up on the TV, but I only brought it up small. Yeah, that's it. Cornholing. I brought it up on the small TV only. And we didn't bring the audio up very high, like it was, okay and whatnot. And that got claimed.
Damn.
Yeah, they're really tough right now.
Yeah, we were talking about the professional cornhole tour. Believe it or not, I thought that was just so weird. Yeah, I was looking at that list of movies too. There's like some deep ass conspiracy shit here. 5G and frickin'.
I'm tempted to do the 5G one on my own channel. There's the one that really gets me is one called Psychological Operation documentary.
Yeah.
Banned.
Yes,
I don't even want to read the description on it.
No doubt.
Wow.
That's scary.
Oh, I'll give everyone the hint for it. It's all George Floyd related and things. It's like, no. But the reviews on it, verified buyer, insanity. It was really good. Wish it was longer. A real eye-opener. Brilliant vid. What the fuck?
Well, because these people already agree with. They're already susceptible to the thing.
Mm-hmm.
That is true.
Yeah, they're in there.
It's those people that are they're vulnerable. They are weak in some way that, this strokes their ego. This makes them feel like the smartest person in the room and lets them know the secret truth that they don't want you to know.
That's
right. Oh, wow.
Oh, we've got one that's... Go on.
They're in their little echo chambers and that they don't leave them, and they don't know anything other than that. They don't want to know anything other than that because it feeds into their belief bias, and that's all that's
being
that's
wrong
life.
hurts. Being wrong hurts your ego. Having to change your worldview hurts your ego. I was a 9/11 truther for like 3 months, 2 or 3 months.
Ooh.
And it was a result of, I was 18 or 19. I was 19. And I was young and I was at college and I was living with my boyfriend in this great giant earth shattering thing that was the first great giant earth shattering thing of my young life that I could really remember. I mean, I saw Challenger, but that I was too young, really. So this was the big earth-shattering thing in my life, and yeah, when that happens for the first time, you can't really grasp it if you're young and you're in that vulnerable position of thinking, there has to be more to it. I can't, there has to be something deeper. I need to know the secret truth more than what they want me to know.
Yeah.
It's
And
always they.
then I grew up, and then I was like, that's just silly, and now I'm here.
And there is a 9/11 documentary on the Hibber Productions website.
There is.
To give you an idea, my husband and I both went to Fahrenheit 9/11
Wow.
in the
Yeah.
theaters.
Wow.
Well.
The one I want to
think-
look at as well is the Hunger Games 2020 documentary, narrated by Flat Earth Millionaire. It's $2.
Wow.
Flat Earth Millionaire.
But this
Yeah,
might
just
be a
'cause
really
you
good
have-
idea. We should try this out.
Hell yeah.
Is that better than Eric Dubé's very slow, very tired voice that's always a monotone?
Oh God,
I still
found
want to kill
someone
him.
online whose voice is just as bad as Eric Dubé's. We decided in the comments that if we put this person and Eric Dubé into a room together, they would just kill anyone who walks in out of pure fucking stupidity of boredom. Just that monotone voice of "I am slowly going to eat your brains."
Flat Earth Millionaire is evidence that money can't buy you common sense.
Well, we've seen his videos, and it's just evidence you can't decorate your house, even no matter how much money you got. That fucking
Yeah.
See, that's the
TV
problem is-
fireplace shit.
You've got to be old money to be able to decorate. New money can't decorate.
No, or you have to be poor and make the most of the money to make things look nice, or just have some goddamn taste and not go, "Oh yes, that looks nice. Well, copy that idea," because it doesn't work like that. You never get things right.
I can give one good piece of advice when it comes to decorating your home. Do not use, no matter how thinly you slice it, pineapple as wallpaper. It just doesn't age well. Ugh.
No, put it on the pizzas instead.
Indeed.
Ow.
No.
I'm out.
No.
Nothing
No.
wrong with
Pineapple
pineapple
on pizza, yummy.
No.
Yeah, a proper Hawaiian pizza is just amazing. You got to have some like maple Canadian bacon, the real stuff. You got to have some pineapple. You got to have some ham. A little bit of cheddar cheese on there as well to give it a little zip. Like it's got to be done right. You don't just
You're
simply throw pineapple on pizza.
You're fucking
No,
killing
you
me.
gotta have the good contrast. You got to have.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It's got to be
Well,
fresh pineapple, not
Herbs
tinned.
and
I-
spices, too.
No, yeah. But the thing I don't understand is people who say no pineapple on pizza will have pineapple glazed ham.
No.
No, I
I
won't.
no, I won't.
No.
Ah.
I also don't like pineapple with sweet and sour chicken.
Yeah.
It's the best bit.
I like pineapple by itself.
Yeah,
It just does
or
not
with other
work.
fruit.
Yeah. It doesn't work on shit. No.
Or a nice big thick piece
Hot
of gammon
pineapple is the
with
problem.
egg and pineapple, peas and chips. Oh, proper pub food.
No.
Yes,
We've drawn our battle lines now.
That's
we
right.
have.
Yeah.
Well,
Well, but Barman, it's like we've said before. There's those of us who are right, and there's everyone else. It's okay.
Yeah.
That's right.
Well, to be fair, I'm in kind of the enemy camp here because I also don't like cheesecake.
You've had the
Or
wrong type of
mint.
cheesecake. Come to the UK. I will make you my lovely Baileys and
No,
chocolate
I
cheesecake.
hate all forms of cheesecake. There is
Wow.
no cheesecake. That's kind of like saying, here's a different flavor of crap. Maybe you would like to eat that crap.
What don't you like about it? I need to know
Okay.
before we end the show. Why don't you like
It's the
it?
cheese.
I want everybody to remember that we have the first evidence of alien life on Earth. Somebody that doesn't like cheesecake. It has been done. We've done it.
Yeah, a nice
do you see my
mascarpone
avatar?
or ricotta in the cheesecake. It's like,
I will make all sorts of cakes. I make very good cakes. I have even made pretzels. They were ugly as hell, but they were tasty. But no, cheesecake, no. Not in a million years. I'll make a meringue. I love meringues. Silk pies, great, but not cheesecake.
so wrong.
Oh.
I made cheesecakes for Easter Sunday, but I made them
I'll even
in
make
Easter
a
eggs.
steamed pudding, but I will not.
Yeah, I don't understand. Without cheesecake, what do you dip a corn dog in? Like what? What?
Oh,
What?
I'm kidding.
What about cannolis? Do you like cannolis?
I don't know what that is.
A cannoli?
I
Yeah.
like cannolis.
That's cheese.
Yeah, but it's a different cheese. I've made cannolis. It's a mascarpone. I can't think of it.
Mascarpone. Yeah.
Cannelloni.
Damn it!
Well, yeah,
It's an Italian
mascarpone
cheese
or ricotta.
that's very
yeah.
sweet.
That's what I put in my cheesecake.
Still no.
You're so wrong.
So you take your cheesecake, you wrap it in a cannoli shell.
Oh, that sounds good.
And I
And
dump a
then
load of Baileys in it as well. Irish cream
Ooh.
liqueur.
Then you pinch your nose, shove it down her throat, and then she'll love it.
No, when the way I make it, all you'll smell is the Baileys. So I put that much Baileys in it.
Nice.
See, I don't drink either.
I'm sorry. What did you say? That just didn't register.
She's definitely an alien. She's
Yeah,
definitely an alien.
Well, let's see which one of us doesn't have a human avatar.
It's true.
There you go.
Which one of the ships at the World's Trade or the World's Fair there was yours?
The big gold ball. Here's the truth: is I was 6 months old and my mom took me there, and that's actually they lived in the area, so I lived next to the Knoxville big gold ball for many years.
No, that's what they said to you. What they really said was, we went there and found this 6-month-old on the floor.
we found this little baby.
Yeah.
We saved you from the bug, you know.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
That's it.
Oh, what stupidness did I see today? Oh, one, I know we're looking to obviously finish. One of these polls that someone had done on their YouTube page, and it was the best crime movie. And there were some good movies on there, but I was really annoyed that Pulp Fiction was the bottom of the list.
Wow.
The winning on the list was The Dark Knight, which really, really made me want to slap someone.
Wait a minute. Did you say best crime? Did you say best crime movie and The Dark Knight won?
Yes, I did.
Wow.
I should have led with all of this earlier because it would have been a good bitch around about that.
Holy fuck. How many? Oh, okay. Remind us for next week because that deserves around the table. What the action? Oh, fuck. Really?
Superman would be better. At least there's mass murder there.
Oh.
If I can find out whose one it was, it might have been a Generation Film one or something. I'll get it and I'll post the link and we can see the final results. But the fact out of what?
That's like calling that new Dukes of Hazzard remake movie that, stank up screens everywhere a car movie.
Yeah.
I
think it says more about the age of the respondents than it does anything else.
True.
Well, I mean, you get a fire hose of information now and a fire hose of media. And it's not like when we were kids and had 4 channels to choose from. And, we all saw the same, and we all tuned in for the last episode of Cheers and we all tuned in for Columbo episodes and all that. But now it's, have you seen this random show that premieres only on this streaming site?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. Or did you see whose hole PewDiePie was tickling with his tongue this week, or whatever that guy does? I don't know. I've never watched him, but
No.
Mm-mm. No, I don't think I ever have either. I don't think I've ever actually even been to his channel.
I wouldn't know him in a lineup of 5 guys if 3 of them were black and one was like, from India, because I know he's white. You know what I mean? Right?
Yeah. Yeah. Find the PewDiePie. It's like, where's Waldo?
Yeah. Oh man. Jeez. Now we're gonna do nostalgia TV here. So in a minute, somebody's gonna bring up Knight Rider and how he ended up singing because he's wanting freedom or whatever. God, that was a career arc. Wow. What was it?
Wait,
I'm
old
looking
Knight Rider
for
or
freedom.
non-existent?
No, the old one.
Oh.
What's his name?
Okay.
The Hoff.
That's it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Hasselhoff.
The supreme ruler, as he's known in Germany. Sorry, can't make that.
Yeah. Yeah, for some reason he actually had like a thriving music career in places with weird taste. I don't know. I don't understand it, because when I've heard some of it and I'm like, what?
We
What?
know Germans. Maybe we could ask them.
Yeah.
This is true.
I mean, I like Rammstein very much, so I know that they do have good taste in music. It's just not the Hoff. It's just not.
Well,
First of all,
also
everybody
the
calls
80s,
himself.
and there was a lot of blow going around.
Of course, anybody who calls himself the Hoff.
Well, if your last name is
think he-
Hasselhoff,
Yeah, I guess.
I was gonna say,
but
I don't think he called himself the Hoff. That was just the nickname he got given, wasn't it?
I guess.
it's also the best
Yeah.
part of the SpongeBob movie. We rode the Hasselhoff.
And talk about a man who embraced his own cheesiness on screen, because he went from like Knight Rider to Baywatch Nights, and was the cheesy 80s sort of pop singer in the background. Like, I mean, seriously, it's kind of funny when you think about it. Like, he just went, okay, I will literally sell out to within an inch of my life and just take anything I'm offered and give it all. And he did.
He rode the wave. Yep.
Yeah,
I
man.
mean, it's kind of like Tim Curry has was in every movie, like from Legend and The Worst Witch to everything. He was even in the Fox recreation of Rocky Horror Picture Show, because he it just paid his bills, I guess.
I loved him as the butler in the Clue movie.
Oh yes,
That was good. I saw him in Spam-A-Lot on Broadway too.
Nice.
Yeah. That was good. It was a funny ass play.
Yeah, Butler or Prepper puts in the chat, let's do the time warp again. Absolutely. I used to love it when I was like 16 years old. They would do the Rocky Horror at midnight every Halloween, and we'd go there and just get drunk and whatnot. Everybody be smoking in the theater, and you'd be throwing toast and rice at all the different parts and screaming and yelling. It was just this mad party from hell. It was amazing. They just don't let you do that anymore. Not even close.
It's one of the the longest continuously in theaters movie.
Yeah.
There's probably still a place that's doing COVID safe Rocky Horror.
Probably.
With people in suspenders, I hope.
Yeah.
When we go and see I've seen the stage show of it twice, and it's so funny seeing the people dressed up. It's like, oh, I wish I wasn't fat. I'd dress up. But then I'm fat, so I can't. It doesn't look right.
Ad 4 is in the chat. Always look on the bright side of life. Yeah. You come from nothing, you leave as nothing. What have you lost? Nothing. Well, shit, we just hit 2 hours. What do you think?
Slowly. It's too nice a job to rush.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Should we go around the table and say our goodbyes and whatnot?
Yeah, I think so.
I do think it's winding down.
Yeah. You want to run it, Barman?
Oh, go on then. We'll start with our member-loving guest who does a really evil Orphan Red impression. What and Toad, have you enjoyed yourself? And thank you for joining us.
I have enjoyed myself. I always enjoy hanging out when I don't have to batter my children away. Yep, had a lot of fun tonight.
Awesome. Mike Bertelson, how have you enjoyed this evening?
Oh, of course. As I always say, PubChat is my favorite stream. It's good times. It's interesting discussion. It goes just about anywhere and everywhere.
Mhm.
Yep.
It's just so relaxed. No roadmap. Gotta love it.
Yep. Gotta love it.
Aimee and Matthew, are you there for a goodbye and have you enjoyed yourselves?
Yes, we have. Thank you so much.
Some fake news and everything we've talked about.
Yes, we had a great time, and I do want to thank Woden Toad and everyone in the chat for coming tonight.
Everyone fake news for coming.
That's right. We appreciate all of you coming. So thank you so much. It was a great time tonight. Thank you.
Oh, and Dick Dawson, your thoughts on the evening, and you can close us out as well. My bed is calling.
As always, yeah, I'm close to a snack and a relax here as well. As always, though, we just, I like this show. We just get to chill and chat about whatever the hell we want, and it really doesn't matter. And I like the way, we came into a lot of cool little chats and whatnot tonight. That was a lot of fun. I do like the idea of doing where we could play a movie in the Discord and simultaneously do a stream and review it and whatnot. We're going to dig into that and check it out because it's a really good idea. And we'll probably be bringing that to you really, really soon. We could also use Watch Together and a few other services. I know how to make that work with downloaded video, no problem. So we've got a few angles that we could do. But on that note, it's been PubChat with the Shills. And I'm going to change the song on the way out. But thanks for hanging out, everybody. Let's say goodnight.
Before you do, don't forget. Push QED, push. Oh yeah. Push. Oh crap! My brain's gone mad. The amazing show that Steaming Cup of Reason makes that talks
Mega
about
Mirror.
Pain of Progress.
Mega Mirror. Pain of Progress.
How did my brain forget that? And everything else that we do. Woo!
Yeah, let's get some links in. So Pain of Progress, Mega Mirror, QED. Yeah. There we go. Right.
Everything.
Awesome.
Okay. Yeah. So now that we've unfucked it up, let's say goodnight, everybody.
Good night, everybody.
Good night.
And it's one that you may know.
Idiot Thomas.
His name is Daniel Pratt, or the king of the false DMCA. So he's got this stupid ball set up on a power drill, thinking he's about to show us something very real. And all I could do was laugh as this fool took me through it. Yet here I am, on the globe I am. Here I am.
They couldn't hear the tune. It was
I'm on a sphere. There I go.
Yeah.
What are they listening to?
Yeah, I don't know.
Spinning around again. It's a globe, it rotates. Well, if you do a search on YouTube, try it, you will find flat earthers are everywhere, all out of their minds, but none compared to Daniel. He's a truly special kind. He's the one who picked a fight with our man Team Skeptic, and he showed us all what a fool he really is. Couldn't calculate the tip for a meal at McDonald's. Yet here I am, on the globe I am. Here I am, I'm on a sphere. There I go, spinning around again. It's a globe, it rotates. On the air in Thailand, it's that goddamn Phuket, talking out his ass again with words I can't forget. Preaching his perspective breaks me out in a cold sweat. Later that same evening, I found yet one more fool. Calls himself in Rem, and damn is he a tool. Such a damn moron, he's making Daniel look cool. Yet here I am, on the globe I am. Here I am, I'm on the sphere. There I go, spinning around again. It's a globe, it rotates. Yeah, here I am, on the globe again. Here I